Sandy, Mike Gloss here. Where is Mike anyway?
I'm strolling along, singing a song today.
Today's Mike's birthday. He's feeling pretty good.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Mike and Sandy Cross here today with therealparents.com.
We're a couple of real parents.
A couple of real parents. Today's subject is
getting your older children to bed on time and getting them to stay in bed.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Sandy?
3 years on up.
3 years on up.
We already did a video for kids under 3 years. So
right.
This is a little different.
So
this contraption here is not going to work for those big kids because they will knock it off. This is a door.
Oh, it's a kiddie door lock. What we used to do is put it on the inside of the door so the little kids couldn't get out. We always have a monitor in there so we know what's going on. But
yeah, you give them the 15-minute rule, but that's another video. So today we're going to talk about
the key is to winding the kids down.
In the evening.
In the evening.
Well, first of all, you have to have a set bedtime. So our kids' bedtime every night during the week is 7:30. Our kids are ages 3, 5, and 7. So we have a set bedtime. So as long as everybody's on the same page, so you want to start the routine at least a half hour ahead of time.
True.
What's the routine?
Well, I think we should preface that a little bit earlier because when, the thing is when they get home, now that they're in school age and whatnot, they get homework obviously, and that's something that unless it's done, you can give them a little break after school, but you want to get the homework done fairly quickly after school so that it's not, this big albatross hanging over your neck when it comes to bedtime, and it's like no one did the homework, and then next thing you know, they're up for.
Right.
So get those things out of the way early. Try to plan your meals, your family meals. You can check out some of our videos on quick family-friendly meals. Because if you go into it knowing what you're going to having for dinner or have a pretty good idea, that's another step out of the way.
Less stressful.
Less stressful.
Well, yeah, and actually, according to if you ever watch Super Nanny and all those different shows, all the experts say the kids actually need a routine. So our routine is we pick the kids up. Sometimes if it's a nice day like today, we let them play at the park a little bit. Then we'll come home. If it's not, we come right home and it's snack time. So I could bring my snacks here, or we take a snack here. Snack time is actually homework time.
Typically, it's Napoleons and eclairs for everybody, right from the Italian bakery.
No, we actually try to avoid the caffeine chocolate. It's popcorn or something of that sort.
Yeah, fresh carrots with a little bit of hummus, something that's nutritional. They love apples and peanut butter stuff.
But ultimately, what we do is we have them do their homework then, because that's actually enticing to get them to sit down. If you want your snack, come sit at the table. Then they're sitting there already.
Right.
And they're ready for homework. So they do their homework. After school, then you work your routine however you want. We have homework. We let them do what they want. They play on the trampoline. They go watch a favorite cartoon or read whatever they want to do. Read a book, which doesn't happen too often.
Right, but after dinner, the time starts to. I don't know about you guys, but the time starts to really speed up after dinner and everything else. Minutes can turn into an hour pretty darn quick.
Yeah. So dinner goes right. That's the routine. They have some free time between. Right from dinner goes bath, bed, book.
No, bath, book, bed.
Well, yeah.
Right, and now that our kids, like Ryan is starting to read, he's age 5, Hannah's age 7, she's reading, and it's really important for them to do that, to continue their reading skills and whatnot, and it helps them to wind down. So
now we split the kids up because Ryan is obviously a 5-year-old. He's a different reading level than what's that? Than Hannah. So we'll take Hannah in her room, so she's got her own privacy, and then Ryan will read with Colin, who's 3. He'll either read or we'll read with him. So basically, you want to have a good routine, a fun routine, something that they have that's lighthearted. It's not real pressured, and then that way we have it actually sticky note on our refrigerator. It tells them exactly what their little routine is at night. They know exactly what to do. If they get out of bed, well, after we put them to bed, and they've already gone to the bathroom, brushed their teeth, and everything else, if they get out of bed, they know that there's consequences, and this is the biggest thing. If you're going to make consequences, you have to follow through. The consequences with our kids is either losing dessert the next day. We say, listen, this is your warning. You come out of there again, you're losing dessert for the next day. They don't like that.
Yeah, so they get a warning. We're not like.
Or they go to, if they're farting around for a while, if they're farting around for a half hour, they go to bed a half hour early the next night. But stick with it.
So it's about the expectations that are set on a daily basis. So
it's routines.
It's routines and expectations, and then following through on the punishments or the discipline. The discipline. But the bottom line of it is that the kids need their sleep, and they need to recharge their batteries. So we as parents need to make sure that they get to bed early, and plus we need some freaking sanity at the end of the night too. So
you need some what sanity?
Did I say that?
Free time insanity?
So free time insanity. So free time insanity. Anyway, so it works great for the kids because they need their sleep, and parents need their time to do their own thing. And
so there's got to be a penalty to get out of bed.
Rescue their relationship, and that'll be a topic for another day. So you know what? I'm going to go into.
Nice, Mikey.
I tripped over my own feet. I didn't get enough sleep last night, but.
I know, that's true. Mike and Sandy Costi with The Real Parents. Thanks for tuning in. Go on our homepage and you can sign up for a quick tip of the day. And also we'll email you with what our latest videos are. See you next time.
Them like thoughts or like frequently.
So as an example, if you're thinking positive thoughts, positive things happen.
They have a higher vibration. You attract other things that support that.
And attract other people with like minds.
But exactly, positive people. You attract those people that are vibrating at the same level that you are.
And if you're a big grump, you're going to attract big grumpy people.
Well, it's like when you stub your toe getting out of the bed in the morning and you're all ticked off and you say, I'm never that way, mind you.
Of course, never.
But you continue, your day continues to manifest those things. So like a Monday morning when you break a nail,
okay, we got the
if you
point
focus
here.
on it, you keep getting that. So anyway, with this book, The Law of Attraction, it really simplifies things for you.
That's an easy read too.
It is. It's great. I love this book because it's very easy to read. You soothe my soul. One of our little things there. It's very easy to read. It's got step-by-step activities that you can use to, like it says, attract more of what you want and less of what you don't want. So there's 3 steps actually towards deliberate attraction, deliberately attracting things that you want into your life. So the 3-step formula, as Colin says, how old are you, Colin? 3.
Nice.
The 3-step formula for deliberate attraction is number 1, identify your desire.
You do need to know what you want. Do you know how many people don't know what they want? They just kind of cruise through. There's a bee on your knee. Look at that. There's a bee on your knee.
So identify your desire. That's a rhyme. Then you want to give your desire attention, which is step 2, and then you want to allow it. Okay, so identifying your desire, and one of the steps to identifying your desire is comparison through contrast. So the example that he gives in this book is to actually write down the things that you don't want in your life, or the things that you're not happy with in your life.
So if you can't figure out what you want, you don't really know where to go, where to begin, you write down, ooh, geez, I think some bees coming out. You write down what you don't want, and then the opposite of that is what you want. Now, for instance, how can we utilize this, or how would you say is a great way of utilizing the law of attraction with parenting?
Well, with parenting, we tend to focus on what our kids are doing wrong, because we feel like we have to punish them or we have to discipline them so that they act in the way that we expect that they should act, right? But we tend, and I think we're not alone in that, is to focus on what the kids are doing wrong. We're always catching them doing something wrong. So the more we focus on that...
Yeah, but now we're trying to change to focus on what we're catching them with what they're doing right.
Right.
And then they actually build their self-confidence, we've been finding. And then in that case, they actually want to do more right, because it's almost like when they first get potty trained, you're like, makes such a big deal. Oh my God, this is so exciting. So-and-so went to the bathroom on the toilet. And if you make a big fuss about other things that they do right, maybe they just go in and they set the table. Or maybe they're just, they carry somebody else's book bag in from the car. Like little things like that make a big deal. It's like, you know what? I'm glad you did that. If you have a reward system like a magnet chart or a marble jar, maybe just take them out for a little treat or something, just to acknowledge what they're doing right, because then that makes them and motivates them with their self-confidence to be a better person and want to make you happier, because ultimately kids always want to make their parents happy, although it doesn't seem like that when they're scooches.
Right, because little kids, keep in mind, they're learning every single day. They don't typically know what's right or wrong, that's a parent's job is to coach them and to teach them. So
in summary, what would you say that this book would do?
Well, what I really love about it is that Michael Leger, the author, gives you very specific steps to take. And I'm not going to go through the whole book, obviously, but he gives you tools to become more abundant, to attracting money, relationships in your vibration. And then here, parents and teachers, learn how to teach the law of attraction to your children. Here's a couple of tools. Magnetic board game, on and off light switch poster, secret question reminder, family or group meeting. There's some...
So they could basically go to this book and get some great helpful information. We also recommend, we've been to a lot of different personal development seminars, Anthony Robbins, if you've heard of that, the Fire Walk. There's a lot of other tools out there, a lot of great books. We love Jack Canfield. I'm reading one of his books right now called The Success Principles. This book, as well as Jack Canfield's book and some of Anthony Robbins' material, is available on our homepage at therealparents.com. Scroll down to the left and you see our favorite products, and you can find them in there on our Amazon store.
So,
anything else you'd like to add,
well,
Mike?
I just want to read. I just want to read a quote by someone who wrote about Mike's book here. But comes from an Amazon.com reader, and she's the author of The Feel Good Guide to Prosperity, Eva Gregory. You may have heard about the law of attraction and read about it before, like The Secret or some of those other things.
I feel like you're sharing the book, so I can
But Michael Auger takes the understanding of the law of attraction, presents it crisply and simply in a way that anyone can hear it and understand it. From someone brand new to the law of attraction to the most experienced, it's an easy, delightful read. And that's what I like about it, easy and delightful.
What I like about it.
So anyway, I am going to attract to myself
a
big hug of my...
Gotta go. Pick up the kids.
Mike and Sandy Quast again for therealparents.com. Thanks for watching, and sign up for our
quick tip of the day on the
Catch you
homepage.
soon.